Oh boy, I sure hope they don't go off killing off that small child for dramatic pathos. That would be terrible. Hello everyone, my name is Mitsuda Midori, I'm the forensic scientist. And this is No Case Should Remain Unsolved. A very small indie game by a team I have no prior experience with. I am playing entirely for the sake of trend chasing. But at least it's on theme, so I can't claim to have completely sold out. God knows I would if anybody would, actually offer me anything. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in. One where I don't get paid for anything ever. It weirds me out how quiet the screen is. I'm gonna start the video scam now. If it's all the same to you and yours. Oh, there is music. That's nice. Game does lose focus every time I click anywhere outside of the window, which is less nice, but sure, that all sounds fine to me. If you have a problem with it, fucking speak up. I'm not a mind reader. Okay, let's go. Unfortunately, the child has disintegrated. I realized I was a jellyfish. You know, they told me I could be anything I wanted. So I became a jellyfish. I spent the past 70 years simply drifting through life. No heading in particular. Like a jellyfish, you see? Like one of these. You know what a jellyfish looks like, right? See, it's this sort of nerveless, transparent membrane with a bunch of tentacles drifting out the end. You know, like a jellyfish. You know what a jellyfish is? Blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. It's a weird thing to ask somebody who literally does not know anything about you. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. That's it. That's what I am. A jellyfish floating across the sea. Jeez, what did jellyfish ever do to you? Did a jellyfish kill your family or something? Don't even have nerves, they don't need this. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? Well, considering your line of work, almost certainly not. A police station is a crucible of pain and grief. I don't think that's what crucible means, but whatever. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. No, shellfish are a completely different type of marine life. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. I should stop now. There's like an actual video game we should get to. I should stop wandering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then. First good thing I'll have ever done for anyone. Leaving. You know, I can relate. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. I Okay, that's how long the pause lasted. Now wait, hold on. Okay, good duck. Madame? That's her. That's her name. Don't wear it out. Miss Jong Young. That's her name, don't wear it. Who are you? What about the rights of that little girl? Do you remember that little girl? Lady, I just got here. Choi Seo-won. Choi Seo-won. Seo-won? Doesn't that imply the existence of a Seo-2? That's the level of humor you expect when you sign up to one of my streams. Unfortunately, you are stuck here now. Doors are all locked. Girl who went missing. That's right, ma'am. Do you know what happened to that girl you brought back? Thanks to you, her family found peace. Do their lives look ruined to you? Doctor says my mind is like an old library without an index. Sometimes I just say things that don't really follow from what you said to me, you see? I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I see you're in uniform, so you couldn't be Seo-won's ghost. Don't let the game lie to you. From the way you bring up my forgotten failure, I can only assume you're here to deliver judgment. Ma'am, I'm not here to judge you. I only want to tell you about the life you lived. Your Honor, you already know what happened. I never brought Seo-won home. The case ended the way her father Choi Dong-yeon wanted. She disappeared. Forever. Completely out of her mother's reach. Leave that case unsolved. We can't do that, sir. Hashtag playground, hashtag unsolved case. Be sure to like and subscribe. Whoop, 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 whoop. Leave that case unsolved. We can't do that, sir. You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? Seo-won's officially registered as a missing person, then. Then, please, that's good enough. Detective. That is your real name. Begging you. Please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. You know, when a man starts talking like this, there is a very harsh limit on the number of different things it can mean. Let her just live life somewhere. Just say that she went out to the playground like she always did and vanished. That's all. Perfect crime. No witnesses, no suspects. So please leave this case unsolved. Do anything, please. I beg of you. So that's how you remember it. That was the last case I took before I resigned from the missing persons scheme. See how relieved I looked after what Choi Dong-yeon said? That man knew. If we wanted to close the case and move on, we needed a good excuse. That my refusal was only customary. A front to cover up my cowardice. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. History is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. What in the God's name did you just say to me? It means you just don't get it, you stupid biddy. Can you remember the beginning and end of the case? Let me help you weave together the threads connecting the start to the finish. Actually, I think Seowon's mother called me to report the girl missing, since, you know, she's the one who wanted her found and all. Yes, I remember now. She said Seowon disappeared from the playground. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to? Hashtag playground. Hashtag doorbell. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Detective Jeon Kyung, yes? Do you remember me? You came to check on Seowon the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. Please, hurry. She's gone. Vanished. Like an angel's kiss. Seowon is gone. She was just at the playground. I just see her at the playground. It's actually 3:33 in the afternoon. It's weird that you remember that. Detective, she disappeared 3_ hours ago. Looked everywhere a 7-year-old girl could have gone alone. What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic, but the worst is on the other side. Okay, cool. You're turning yourself in. Well, that's decisive evidence that you couldn't have done it. The victim's ex-English teacher. I'm assuming that's the victim. Very much doubt it was either of the parents. Yes. I would like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. Little girl went missing from the playground, didn't she? 3 days ago? She was with me. I took her away. Sorry. It's all my fault. I did it because I needed the money. I'm sorry. If you did it because you needed the money, then I'd figure you would have called in for a ransom at some point. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Detective, the truth is... she's dead! Seowon is dead. She's been dead all this time. Your Honor, that's all I remember about the case. Now I understand why you've come to me, here at the final crossroads. Why you want me to remember the beginning and the end. And why people spend so much time in between wearing digital watches. You're the gatekeeper of time and space. Okay, will you please settle on an identity? I understand little enough about what's going on here as is. And put it completely out of my mind. Was I trying to forget those memories because I felt guilty? The man who took her turned himself in, but I pretended it never happened. And the girl, she was already dead. But I pretended not to know. I'm sorry. It was really my bad, G. Someone like me doesn't deserve peace. Ma'am, it's alright. Don't be afraid. I don't care what you want to call me, but you have to know that this isn't the end of the road. You're not bound for hell or purgatory. Now think back. Sion disappeared from the playground, right? Try to recall everything you can about the location. I can see more fragments now. I see them. But they're so faint, like scars faded with age. No, keep it up, guys. You're doing great. Once you've brought up the fragments, try connecting them together. Build a chain of recollections. Even a dried out ravine can be a river again when the waters return. Man, you're going through a lot of metaphors very quickly. Boop. Okay. Guess that works. It's alright. Again, was there anything unusual about Ceylon's activities today? No, it was all business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays and we go to the playground on weekends. As a family. We have 2 playgrounds in the condo complex. Fucking bourgeois, my god. No wonder your kid decided they didn't want anything to do with you. Normally we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Hyejong has to take the kids on her own. Wait. Recently they've only been going to that one playground. Hyejong says the kids asked to go there today too. If only they'd gone to the other playground. On the way back, they sometimes drop by the stationery store near the complex entrance. Really? I think it's quite simple. The place is called Apollo. Sion loves getting candy there. Hold on, I'm not done the first route. I wish this scrolled a bit faster. Okay, guess the game's not giving us a say in the matter. It's exactly as my daughter said. I was so sure Sion would be at the playground, but then I got there, I didn't see her. So I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with her eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Sion goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Please don't worry about it. You'll have a stern word with my daughter. Honestly, I can't believe she's gone and called you. Well, that sure is not how that happened. The girl went missing from the playground 3 days ago. See if you can remember someone you didn't usually see at the playground. I heard you were all there together. Seowon, your mother, you too, Myung-hyo. There's the fella. Man, he's almost as talkative as I am. Yeah. We were all together. Think back to the testimonies about the playground. Who do you think those people were? People? There's no such thing, they're just a myth. Everyone knows that, dearie. These testimonies were all from one person. Weren't they? Ma'am, life's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Sometimes you fall on the ground and everything breaks. Ah yes, Janus, master of jigsaw puzzles and time and space. Bloop. Bloop. Your memories are scrambled and misaligned. You know, 'cause you're old. As we all know, old people are stupid and should not hold public office. But each fragment, each moment, connects with another. Look at the connections closely and you'll figure out where the pieces belong. Who said these things and in what order? And then what? When does that change? Who knows? Maybe if you connect enough pieces, you might discover a key. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Nudge, nudge. You can't see it, but I'm like sort of elbowing the microphone. A key that unlocks the face of the person putting the puzzle back together. Concealed the other day. To the police, I'm responsible. The truth is she's dead. She's been dead all this time. With that on the board. Guess we can assume these are correct. Wow. Hey, what are we working with here? Going alone. So you don't have any favorite places near the playground, somewhere she might have wandered off to on her own. Wandered off? She didn't stroll away somewhere, she's been kidnapped. All possibilities are on the table, as if. Get off your chairs and do something. Running out of time here. Mobilize the force. Get those cruisers on the streets. Start picking up random people off the streets just to look like you're doing something. Tick-tock, detective. Who knows what they've done to her? You're sitting here asking where she's gone on her own. Damn it! Tell me where the bomb is. Damn it. Sorry, detective. I know you're doing everything you can. Is that really possible? Detective, I think it might be my fault she's gone. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had Sion. I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden. But since we both spent so much time looking up at the hospital ceiling, I thought I might be able to understand her better. Now, though, I'm not so sure. Do you think she resents me? Is that why she won't call me Mom? Gee, I wonder whose fit this is. Is that why she's always so hard to find? I have to scour all the playgrounds to find her. Can't think of any more connected memories with the term playground. Stay in the line, I'm on my way, tell me what happened. This sounds like it'll be nice and early. Got a call from my mother. Siomon's grandmother. She said I'm at the store outside the condo complex and security called, saying the fire alarm was going off in the house. The street guard went over to my mother's house to check, but he couldn't open the door, so he asked for me to go and open it for her. I chewed her out. I knew I couldn't bring Sion somewhere so dangerous, so I told her to go herself. She was so stubborn. Mom said she could go get the playground and pick up Sion faster than she could get home, so I should rush over to her house and make sure everything was fine at her place. She'd be there soon. She said that made the most sense, that she was going to wait for me with Sion outside the building. Went to Mom's house and the security guard was there. I opened the door for him and the place was filled with smoke. I don't know what she was cooking on that stove, but the pot was burnt black. The guard turned off the stove and opened the windows. But all I could think of was Sion, how glad I was that I didn't bring her to such a dangerous place and that the fire didn't get any worse. I ran back to the elevator, you know, like you're supposed to do during a, fire. So in a few minutes, I swear. I had Mom waiting for me outside the building just like she promised. When I asked her where Sion was, she said, I thought I took her with you. I thought you took her with you, I mean. Detective, are you here yet? One of the fragments unlocked so far contain the clues I need. Sion's mother. Sion's grandma. My mother, Sion's grandmother. Triguija. Well, she... The fact that all we have to work with for selecting faces is this. These tiny little portraits bothers me. Don't remember who am I speaking to? When did you last see her? Sion, your mother, and you too, Myung-hyo. Gee, I wonder who that could be. You'd like to surrender to the police? Must be the culprit behind the incident. That seems relevant to something. Sion's father has surrendered himself to us. No, Detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. Even if he says he's lying. It's me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. Wait right there, detective. Don't listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. Alright, that's Granny speaking, no doubt. Which would make this speaker father, since it's her son. Here's the call. Then they file the missing persons case and he wants it to end. Then he wants to turn. Maybe. Yeah, we need more pieces to work with. Yeah, whereas that's a nice number. How do you remember the time so precisely? That's what I'd like to know. How do you remember the time so precisely? My phone's call history. Never leave the children alone when we're out together. But then I got a phone call. Usually we get calls in the afternoon. I panicked. First thing that came to mind was that I had to pick up somewhere quiet so I could hear. So I ducked into the condo hallway. Call history is 5 minutes long, but she disappeared in less than that. I know that because I looked up partway through the conversation, she was already gone. Alright, obviously that will go up right after she initially said the time in the first place. Just keep grabbing pieces. Find him eventually. How does Myung-hyo feel? Must have been a big change for him. Station search the park in the neighborhood, right, detective? The one with the pond. Weeping willow trees by the water. They're lonely to look at. Maybe the weeping willows are actually having the times of their life. You don't know that. You don't judge people by their names, even if they are trees. It's racist. Took a stroll there last year with Myung-hyo and Hyejeong, and the trees reminded me of Myung-hyo. He looks like he's at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is he's the most unyielding boy you'll ever meet. For children, and adults too, I suppose. Death in the family is apparently like experiencing your universe collapse. Rebuilding from those ruins was a time-consuming journey. But I think Myung-hyo's managed quite well in his own right. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something he always carries around. Never leaves home without it. Shin Hyejeong. Game, you're throwing a lot at me. Promises? Can we have something to work with? Open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay, can we, have the lights back now? Alright, the stationery store and some candy. How about that? We received testimony that Seal was okay. At least we can put this one where it belongs. Did anyone from her family drop in today, or was Seal herself on her own? Today? No, not Seal, not her brother either. May I ask what the police want with them? You're not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Myung-hyo's mother? Thing is, Myung-ho's only been coming with Seowon these days. He used to come in with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing alright? Get over there, you. Could go over there, but I'd like to get some info on the candies first. Tell me now what happened when you last saw Seowon. We always used to buy Seowon candy from the stationery store on the way home. You know, right after we swung by the candy store to buy her a stapler. But we didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. I told Seowon to stay where she was and went over to the stationery store. I ran right over. The stationery store is just up the steps over the fence. It's really quick, I swear. I was only there for a bit and then I ran back. But she wasn't there. I called her name like, Seowon! Sean! She didn't come. Only Auntie did. I started crying. And Auntie said I shouldn't tell anyone she was with us. Told me not to say anything at all. Just like that monkey we saw at the temple. That is absolutely Myung-ho speaking. What do they tell you not to say? Besides, it's a heavy burden. We know you weren't at the playground. It's okay if you don't want to talk, you don't mind waiting. But Myung-ho, could you promise me that once you're ready, you'll talk to me? I feel like that probably goes up above there. If you want to talk, you gotta talk. Alright, the fuzz, maybe. Who were you on the phone with? This will be Seowon's mother again. We can at least work with that. Well, our office is exactly well staffed, so I'm the one doing most of the phone duties. Sejong, on the afternoon of the 3rd? Employees complain if we check in too often, so we usually don't do that. There's not much to call about in the afternoon. A second. Oh, I see. I did call, but it wasn't for anything special. It's gonna be opposite now, a best caregiver award ceremony in a few days. So, we asked if she could make it, like, we have more than 100 caregivers working for us, but no one wants to show. I think that was the gist of the call. I kind of regretted calling her, I mean. But she's not the type to do that kind of company spirit event. You've talked to her, right? Can't even have a nice long chat. She's always cutting calls short, something about being too busy with the kids. She's been coming to the office recently. So what's all this about? You know, as long as she's doing her job right, but... Is it really? Sounds like a slacker. What's going on here? Don't think we have the person we're looking for here in our... Where's the correct date on the day Seowon disappeared? Seowon the other day asked you not to ring the doorbell. 3:33 in the afternoon. else do we have here? Yeah, search for the answer. Is it that Myung-ho always carries around? Must cross that off just so we can say we did it. Shutter at the playground. I'm to see this boy. I feel like I can do more with this. Myung-ho said he was with Seo-won the whole time, but that he had no idea that she had gone. So I scolded him, "You're not making any sense." I was so desperate that I was too harsh on him. Now it's my fault Seo-won's disappeared. I failed them both. Please don't ask Myung-ho for information, he won't tell you anything. Be sure this isn't Myung-ho speaking. It feels more like Papa, but could easily be Mama too. I don't know who this is yet. Already found the fragments containing the clues. Not Seo-won, not her brother. Nobody came in. We were together. There we go, easy enough. You sit upon a throne of lies. Ah, you're back. Which means you're still searching, I take it. Trying to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the area, but nothing. The truth is, well, yes, Myung-ho was here. So for lying to you, I didn't think it was important. Ah, you see, I didn't want you to think badly of Myung-ho. He's a good boy at heart. Very sorry, I truly am. I should have told you up front. What time did you come to the store again? That'll after 3:30, I believe. Well, nothing was out of the ordinary. It looked like he was in a rush, and when I got back, he only said he had to go back quick. Went straight to the usual candy shelf and picked out a bag, so I assumed it was for Seo-won. It's her favorite brand, you know? The pink candy that's so big your cheeks puff up like a squirrel. I told you before, Myung-ho was very mature for his years. That day, I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time, candy still in hand. Eventually, he came up to the counter and paid for the candy, but he wouldn't look me in the eye. I thought it was strange, so I went over to check the shelf. And, well, if the cards was gone, I was disappointed in the boy, of course. Shoplifting is a serious and genuine crime with real victims, don't you know? Made up my mind to give the boy a stern talking to. With my fists. But at the same time, well, I felt sorry for him. I can only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of that shelf. Where's the correct date? What Myung-hyo stole? Expand more cards. I can't do anything with that. Myung-hyo's testimony. Keys are unlocked when I order fragments correctly. Security card went over to my mother's house. What are you harassing me over? Not yet, hold on. Let me clear this first. Boop. There's special meaning to Seowon's name. Seowon was born at 23 weeks. She weighed less than 700 grams. Her mother had just come out of the C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with the baby. The nurse called for me. It was only for a few seconds, but she let me see Seowon. Seowon reminded me of Thumbelina. A fragile, precious little princess nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared she might float away if I so much as breathed in her direction. And if we harnessed her abilities to invent an anti-gravity drive, we could rule the world! Interesting. The nurse told me to have a look, but I didn't know how. I could barely see through my tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. Then the first thing I did after that confused meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to the City Hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath. Then I wrote down her name, Seo-won. Seo-won, everybody got that? That's Seo for rhinoceros and Won for origin. It's an unusual name, I know. At the time I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn of a rhino. I thought of that strength. I put all my weight into each stroke of the pen, every last one, and I tore clean through that birth certificate. Hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help her somehow. That it might help root her to life. Like a powerful anchor that keeps her moored to us. Alright, that will be dear old Dad. I mean, I did figure she was still alive. I was about to make a joke about that being a spoiler, but... you know, it's fine. Alright, it bothers me that this is still hovering over me. What does Myung-ho carry around? Scheme is being nice and restrictive, at least. And I cannot look at any of these. Okay, cool. Guessing that's behind a lock at this point. Do we have any more? I'm gonna ask about the kindergarten. I don't have the kindergarten teacher's testimony, so that won't make any sense if we unlock it now. I already explained everything to the other officer on the phone, Detective. She's still missing? How could someone take away in broad daylight in the middle of a condo complex? Yet her mother and brother were with her. They didn't see anything? Don't know if this will help, but, well... You asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Seowon is always optimistic and cheerful. She started at Eden last year, and I was surprised she never shied away from any of us teachers. First, I just took her for a friendly child. Then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, that's a problem, not at all. But... how should I put this? I suppose... Never seen her cry, get angry, or even frown. I always feel like I want to keep a closer eye on her. Make sure she's okay. She's gonna need a lot of attention and guidance. She's so cheerful and bright, but in a strangely fragile way. Does that make sense? It's Myung-ho again. You will be the teacher at Eden. Bloop. Bang. 2012-24, 1425. Is that about? She cries when angels deserve to die. We got it. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Seowon. Something Seowon always says to me. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. She never says that when her father is around, of course, but I think I understand what she means now. Seowon genuinely thinks that way. She couldn't handle it otherwise. That's why she refuses to cry. Because then that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. She couldn't handle it if she were the saddest person in the world, getting pity from everyone. It's probably how she sees it all. She's still so young. Children were forced to grow up fast, end up with better control of their emotions. Or maybe they just don't possess anybody. That's also a possibility. It breaks my heart. Alright, I'm thinking that's... might be... Mother herself talking about herself in the third person, like... Make it talk. Amadeus Helsing, hello, thank you. Welcome to whatever this is. Sorry, I was kind of lost in thought. But I found the fragments containing these clues. Anyway, welcome aboard. This is... No case what should remain unsolved, but given that you found me playing it, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess you're already familiar with. Because I very much doubt you just found me out in the wild. Alright, this looks like it'll be pretty early on. We can at least organize this properly. Madame, Senior Inspector Zhang Yong from the Huamyang Police Station. You would be Xiaowan's mother, correct? Just here to see Xiaowan, if that's alright. Like, oh my gosh. You heard me, Detective. I was expecting the delivery men. Okay, so this will be way up at the top of our timeline, no doubt. Could you please knock instead of ringing the doorbell next time? My daughter's taking a nap. She dozed off in front of the TV while I was washing rice. I just tucked her in. Come inside. Fast asleep, see? Oh, I suppose you can't really tell under the blanket. That's suspicious. I mean, it's suspicious that that's a detail the game thought to include. She must be tired, the poor thing. Xiaowan and I were out and about all day yesterday. Slept in this morning, too. Kids grow up so fast, she's gotten so much taller, that barely anything fits anymore. Had to do all her shopping at once. First day of school is only a month away, there's so much to buy. I hope she wakes up soon so we can even get her uniform fitted. Have to wait a while before she wakes up. You know, game, that's a good question. Up you go, Sonny, up you go. Would be Xiaowan's mother. Considering she never confirms that, I almost want to toss out a guess that that's not her mother, but... Certificate of familial relations... We have that somewhere over here. 1 at 23 weeks, weighing less than 700 grams. Not sure where this would go. Imagine it wouldn't come up right away. I assume it would be down at the bottom just because it seems like a weird thing to come up during police questioning. You also said... Yeah, here we are. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had Xiaowan. Great to suspect Xiaowan's mother. Yeah, it's not gonna be that easy. Xiaowan ever wandered off alone before? Feels like it'll be fairly early, actually. Call history exactly 3:33. Good check on Xiaowan the other day, now it's the other day. Alright, surrender or police, one of the two. Either of those. Cross that out, it bothers me. Do we have any active hashtags left at all? Not looking forward to a timeline analysis here. Go to the playground on weekends with family. Yezhong. Kishong has to take the kids on her own. Apollo. Open the lock to end this conversation. Stay in the line, I'm on my way. Business as usual. Where's Hyejong? Hyejong is... I mean, I guess on the one hand, it'd be weird if you were on an any name basis with just your wife's employee, so... This is likely the mother speaking. It's alright. It's probably during the initial phone call. Wandered off alone. Or... wandered off on her own. Sorry, it's alright. That makes sense to me. Is this the dad, or maybe my daughter? Someone goes alone to places. I mean, they disagree. No, my daughter. So this would be grandma speaking, which would mean this is the mother speaking. We'll get there in the end, don't worry, everybody. Stay on the line, I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? If that will be Xiaowan. It does look very early on in the call, likely a first... There we go. Take your sweet time. Alright, I just added something to Granny's testimony. Does that get us anything? This will be a climactic moment. Station immediately, everything's... The certificate of familial relations was signed. I keep saying we have this already, but I am not sure what they are referring to. It's something in one of these images. In which case... Nope. Figured it wouldn't be that easy. It's that umbrella. I thought it was weirdly bright. Alright, what do you got for me now? On my school, hospital, or time. Should be that difficult to get our mitts on at least one of those. you would think. You'd fine be like that. There we go. Open that thing up. The umbrella, you mean? That's right. Whether he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. It's been that way ever since my wife passed. It's something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Young-ho didn't say anything. Later would sit in the distance and sigh, as I recall. He wanted to tell her there was no such thing as heaven, that if she wanted to watch over him, they should do it from the earth. Oh, this kid's an absolute ray of sunshine. I like him. It was long before she passed. They noticed after some time that Myung-ho always took an umbrella with him when he left the house. Then I remembered the exact promise his mother made. I mean it, Myung-ho. How about this, then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. Oh, I kind of forgot Steam achievements were a thing because I basically never use this platform. He's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella. Imagine what went through his mind. Together, really. Mixed feelings for Hyojin. Another fragments this far. Might as well throw up some additional pieces. This has been sitting here for a while. I don't like looking at it. City Hall. That's right, Chief. How are you? I'm from the Hamyong City Hall Administrative Office. Well, that's convenient. It's that time of year. 4 kids say to start school this year, and your district didn't show up to pre-entrance day. Just calling for your cooperation. Spoke with all their families over the phone. They all said they were on vacation overseas or busy with other things, that sort of thing. Elementary school class hasn't even started yet, so I'm going to report that everything looks fine, but we do have to make sure the paperwork is all there. On the police assistance request forms right now, they'll say that local police stations dispatched personnel to all the absentees' houses for welfare checkups. Madam, my chief, it's like a free bonus. I don't actually care about my job. You might judge, but I can totally relate. Through the form, send us your personal roster with their direct deposit information attached. We'll take care of things on this end. This is a weird sentence. Who are you on the phone with during? Should be Shin Hyojong at least. Pretty sure. How long have you been there? Stationery store. Pretty sure there was something else up here somewhere I had yet to this one, okay. Thank you for telling me Myung Hill. Fill out the ones that are easy to fill out. You're in 5th grade at elementary school. That's really impressive. You didn't die yet. It's better than your sister was able to pull off. You're high, I bet the girls won't leave you alone. Very tall for your age. It's because you take after your mom. I take after her. Really? I really like her? That's not a sentence you generally want to hear from a small child. Telling me... Boop. 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 Feels pretty correct. There we go. Bloop. 2/3/2012, 1838. Umbrella, it's been that way since my wife died. Is it a stepmother case, or, I kind of suspected when I first noticed, you know, why she won't call me Mom, but... Thank you, dear sunshine. That's the case in that bit about her. Young Hyo's testimony suggests he has mixed feelings on the subject of Hyajong. Well, I feel like that's very straightforward, but you know, whatever. So tell me a lie or a silence, one of the two. One of the two. What I wouldn't give for some sort of search feature. Okay, now we can open these up too. Zaddies, you heard? Will you be going to the police station together? Man was never one for prayer. No matter how deep you dug, he said, Spade would never know the smell of the earth. He refused to pray even once as our baby lay sick in the hospital. He doesn't understand that prayer's the reason we've been so blessed. All he ever did was get angry that he couldn't change anything with his own abilities. So he turned himself in. He really did take her. Maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. He's been complaining since last summer about how he was having a hard time keeping up with the payment schedule. We told him this was a critical time in Siobhan's life, that he had to get his act together. We may be divorced, but he's still her father, even now. He's just trying to change things himself without even trying to pray. Okay, yes, that is the lady's mother. To move this up a bit. Probably not this far, but just in case the game decides to take mercy on me. Let's be the culprits. The fact that you still don't have a name really grinds my gears. Can you unlock anything now? Nope. The name does not give us anything to work with. You have a playground, right? There's like a billion of these out here. Key reason the English teacher needed funds. Oh, oh. That would explain it. I mean, this doesn't feel like the sort of thing I should need to deduce, considering I'm the detective on this case, but you know what? I'll give you a little rope game. Now I just gotta look for, one where it says child support payments. Get down there. Couldn't handle it. See, I'm on, mommy. Nickelodeon. Child support payments. There we go. That does raise the question. Siobhan's father. Siobhan's birth father is the English teacher. Keep calling him, but he won't pick up. It's not out of the ordinary. We only meet for our birthdays, but this is an emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective, I was texting him on that day you called for the police station. Siobhan's always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. So I asked me if he'd come by and say hello. He's heartless, that man. Sounds like some mother talk if I've ever heard of. What? Just get us started on... right about this. It's been that way since my wife passed. Whose wife is dead? Is it neither of her parents? Like, birth parent? Like, I don't want us to change this, so I assume that's because it's correct. Begging you, please don't. We can change this one. He's trying to bury the case. That would make more sense than any of the other possibilities I'm tossing out. Someone is a regular at your stationery store. I can't imagine that's out of place. That's what you've got for me. Testimony that you spoke to a City Hall official on the phone. That's very interesting, probably. Couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Do you live with your daughter? The pre-entrance day? So my daughter said no? It's that cold, I think, yes. Oh, I remember now. I knew it was pre-entrance day, so I asked my daughter later how it went. Live with her, of course, but I'm in the area and drop in from time to time. It's just, I don't want to leave her for too long, spending all her time wallowing in misery. I do remember that I was visiting a few days ago when the City Hall employee called. Asked me the same thing you did, so I think I said she was doing well, that I was taking perfect care of her. Detective, this is ridiculous. Just one missed pre-entrance day at school. What are you interrogating me over? For your cooperation. Seriously though, I would absolutely like it quite a bit if I could get just the bittiest bit more free space to work with here. On calling are different hashtags, correct? Apparently not. Does the stationery store have anything more for us? There we go. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find Seo-on? You know the playground near the stationery store, right? I saw that boy a few days ago. He went from the playground straight to the store. We're wondering why Seo-on was sticking so close to that boy, so probably not family in that case. When you ask Detective, does the boy have something to do with the case? We have plenty to work with there. With her family. Sure she had something to eat for dinner before I dropped her off. Once I brought her to the playground where I first found her, she knew exactly how to get home. Rang the doorbell and stood at the entrance, waiting for her parents. It's only a few seconds, but in that short time... I wondered again and again if I should just leave the girl there and run. Detective, I was being stupid. I was stupid to kidnap her. I'm still being foolish now, having the nerve to feel guilty about it all. The girl's father. He pulled the girl tight into his arms and wept. I knelt in front of him to apologize. But he bowed so low I thought he'd fall. And he thanked me. He thanked me for bringing her home safe. What I did was indefensible. I will accept my punishment. I know that won't make up for the suffering I caused their family, but I will live out the rest of my life in sincere contrition. Unlocked so far. Confirmation Seal 1 is alive. That's probably not it. Okay, what do we make of that now? A lot of moving parts here, and I'm not sure I understand any of them. That's the same thing. Okay, even I can figure that one out. Is Seal 1 alright? She said she had a great time at Auntie's house. And that when she missed me, she was brought straight back home. So I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. Didn't ask any questions. All I knew was that my daughter was gone for 3 days and now she's back. I know this sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you over and over again. I could bow 100 times and it wouldn't be enough. Seal 1's back, completely unharmed. Good enough for me. Detective Seal 1 is, well, she's been hurt in the past. I can only blame myself for adding yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? Okay. Put that shit back in place. And grab our new hashtag. Alright, some info on the divorce, that's something at least. You've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. Thank you, Eden, kindergarten teacher. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when I needed her most. At the time, I thought it was all for the best. We'd reached our limit, that we'd only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When I was mad, I would face the emptiness inside, and it was excruciating. Because I knew that void could never be filled. Then we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. But we struggled to help each other. We were making no progress at all. One day we realized that it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to go our separate ways. It was our decision. To run from our wounds instead of confronting them. To let the blade drop on the guillotine. Curious about this. Certain. Explain to me how you took Seal 1. I was a junior high school English teacher all my career, ever since I finished teacher's college and military service. Alright, this does support my original theory, okay? Feel better about that at least. The divorce, quit my job at the school and started tutoring and doing cram school gigs. And, well, my income isn't particularly stable. I needed the money. Sorry. I went to the playground intending to kidnap any child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes and I saw a little girl playing by herself for so long time. So I lied to her. But once I brought her with me, I got scared. I didn't even know how I would even ask her parents for a ransom. So it was. I was afraid and decided to stop, nothing more. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We have a key, but not a key to any of the bits we need. Reasons to suspect Seolon's mother. See, now you remember someone turned himself in. Wow, took your sweet time getting back to this plot thread, didn't you? You're still suspicious of Seolon's mother. Are you misremembering something? No, that's not it. My memories are hazy and out of order, but those were the exact conversations. That's how human memory works, don't worry about it. Seolon's father clearly said keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved. And there was more testimony. Alright then. Let's start for looking for reasons to suspect Seolon's mother. Your doubts about her will unveil more of your clouded memories. Because it's absolutely true that Seolon's mother is the reason the girl went missing. Okay, sure, that works fine. I get it. That's more clearly. Clearly. And open that bad boy up. I do have confirmation that this is someone's father talking now. Lord, does it bother me that that keeps going off? You lied to her. That's already in the proper place. So we know Seolon's family well versus school board didn't attend pre-entrance day. I have a better idea where that fits, but I want to know more about what's happening here. Young-Kyo's family, well, I've seen them since the little children were little. Must have been, say, 3 or 4 years now. When they first moved in, I was sure Myung-ho was close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age and very quiet, that one. His mother was picking out supplies for younger kids, so I showed her to the shelves older children might like. She laughed and said, he gets that a lot. Myung-ho is mature beyond his years, and I don't mean his looks. It's normal for kids his age to only think of themselves, but he's always hanging back and letting his sister spend all his pocket money. Let's figure that out. I'm gonna put you there preemptively. Case. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gung-seok is the culprit? I don't know. Do you really suspect him, Detective? Even if he were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, I'm not trying to defend Gung-seok. I'm only telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for Seowon. She was in her 30s or 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar, always behind the wall behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking. She'd probably keep an eye at the playground and all the kids in the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. Just standing there. Menacingly! By the way, Detective, what was the name of that girl Gung-seok confessed to taking? My conversation with Seowon's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in. And asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. It's frightening. She's having a dissociative episode. Mental illness is a cop-out solution. All the time. Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? I'm the rambly old lady here. Tossing out non-sequiturs is supposed to be my job. My case. Don't you change the subject on me, missy. I only really stood on my toes for one reason. Affection. Keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Or just to reach something on the top shelf, one of the two. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. But you know what I think? I think that no case should be left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes? Thank God we finally got that. Now we can do something with birthdays, at least. I mean, we can't, but, okay, I don't actually know how these timeline things work, and that bothers me. What do we have keys for? Why didn't you report this to the authorities? It's not your fault, no one in your family is responsible for this. Entry day absentee list. And we don't know what it is. We've got the most moving parts connected to this already. Very much like to know more. you said you only met for birthdays, so... Whoop. Let's open this up and see what it gets us. Granted Day absentee list. Number of absentees 4. List of absentees, hashtag name, date of birth, Seo Hojun, date of birth 2005-12, Kim Baeom, Hwang In-chil, Kim Seo-won, date of birth 0443. And it comes pre-installed in the correct location. Baller. Day of birth 2004 for Ray. Sean's location when Seo vanished. That's not what I was looking for, but you know what? Okay. I think I see where we're going with this. Yep, she was the lady behind the wall. Now, the question is, what format do we put this date in? Oh, 443, I guess? Two, 443, that's the day the... I'm always tempted to try and brute force this, but... when one of you is someone's mother's birthday, that's gonna be relevant to the case, I'm sure. Someone died. Someone's mother was discharged. Someone disappeared. Yeah, Sean's birthday. Do we seriously not have it? Sure, okay, let's look for this. If we can't unlock something, we might as well. I understand you didn't want to cause Myung-ho any more guilt, but you should have known better. How did you know? I told him he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It wasn't his fault Seo-won is missing. It wasn't your fault, Myung-ho. I should have been watching you even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. Made sure he knew that I was the one who lost Seo-won, not him. Day Seo-won disappeared. $12.05. 5/12. What date format are we looking at here? I need more direction if you're gonna be asking me to give these answers, game. 2012-5. I do not get it. See, it's good game design. Dates, yawn, disappeared. Two five, 2012-5. What am I not seeing? Damn, are you gonna force me to, start brute forcing this? Because I will. I am that Betty. That man got to do with Siobhan going missing. We cut off all contact years ago. Nerve of him walking out after what happened to the girl. Detective, what I mean is, Siobhan was always sickly. That man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. Well, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. It's nothing serious, Detective, really. Forget I said that incredibly suspicious thing. Grandma... 2-5 once again. Keep on putting spaces together. Eventually the game will start making sense, don't worry. The bones are beginning to knit. Yeah, this definitely goes up high. No, you weren't at the playground. That isn't helping anybody. Dongyong and Hejeong. Watched about 5 or 6 years. We can at least take this out. Can check in to make sure everything's alright. The world's a dangerous place these days. I've been told City Hall personnel have spoken with CL1's grandmother already, but I just wanted to be sure. Is CL1 alright? Of course she is, detective. You must have your hands full checking up on every absence in the district. You'll see when she wakes up. CL1's healthy as a horse now. She'll have no trouble going to school. Our horse is particularly well known for being healthy. I never understood that saying. Well, that time in the hospital was tough on her, but she's grown up so strong. I'm proud of her. Sion's been no end of trouble. Steph's pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father. She was born premature. We knew that already. Yeah, things could have gone poorly, but I always knew she'd be alright. How those little hands were going to get bigger and stronger one day. Taking very good care of her. Sion's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing our best to give her everything she needs. Right. That was the mother. Just kind of clear that out. This will go up high on the board, second from the top. As much as easy. Bloop. Yes, the bones are beginning to knit. It's not your fault, Myung-ho. Why did you report this to the authorities? I want to at least see us putting Myung-ho to some level of security. $2, $5, $12. 5 to 12. 12, 5, 2, 12, 2, 5. Special about her name. Why did you... Anything to do with the hospital? Nope. Anything to do with crying? Nope. I'd say they should go up near the top, I'm pretty sure. Alright, how long is this? The divorce? Divorce is divorce, of course, and no one can do a divorce, of course, unless, of course, that divorced man is the was Mr. Joy. Two, 4. Why were you talking to him at that point in the first place? Feels right to me, though I could be disproven. I remember the time so precisely. Did these not touch? Seriously? Wonder what I think. I can't make that not make sense. Really, these seem perfectly sensible to me. When did you last see her? She says the time exactly. How do you remember it so precisely? I'm sorry, it's alright. What's wrong with that story? Well, if you want to play it that way, we'll play it that way. So, chat, how are you doing today? Personally, I had to work myself half to death just to make ends meet. But you know what? That's totally normal for me. I'm not saying this game is poorly thought out, but I am saying I feel like I already knew the answer to this. Was given 0 feedback, explaining why I was wrong, or even if I actually, like, submitted an answer, because there's no way to communicate that here. Don't worry, we're almost good. 0203. Why do you even specify years if they aren't part of the I'm incredibly angry about that. Like I'm pawing around like a bunch of idiots looking for new hashtags to work with. So just like the ability to control F like a Word document, it would be the easiest thing in the world. There's a roughly 98% chance this is Myung-ho. Why he's not saying anything a lie? Because you're doing it to withhold information. Good. That's how numbers work. I say what really happened, then the terrorists win. I just gotta start putting some shit in order. Not sure if this is the person speaking here. Could be Ganseok. Or it could be... where is she? Zhong. Nothing would surprise me at this point. It's young. It's even noticed from the school board. Is this? Is she the one who? And she's the only one who looks like, Get back up there. Yeah, I don't know what else to do here. Just gonna throw shit at the wall and seeing what sticks at this point. Alright, new pieces, thank you. Boop. I told Auntie not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. I could take Seomon without her. If my fault, but would have made Auntie go away. If we were all at the playground together, we'd look like a family. Mom, it's all because Seomon call Auntie Mom. I know Mom's not really watching us from heaven. I know she was lying like a liar. But I didn't want her to be sad. It's not Auntie's fault. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. Nothing new courtesy of the playground. Go anywhere. Yep, set up proper timeline alignments. Now we open this one up, and hopefully that will let Myung-ho get his shit in order. Auntie told me that lying's not about what's good, but what's necessary. She said lying wasn't always a bad thing, it's the bad lies that are really bad. Remember, lying is only bad if you lie about bad things, like cancer, and murder. And murdering people by giving them cancer. Mom said she'd watch over me from heaven. She said she'd watch over us even after she died, but that was a lie, right? There's no such thing as heaven. God, this kid is depressing. I mean, he's right, don't get me wrong. Seomon doesn't know that. She's so stupid. You're stupid. Does that mean that Mom was a bad person? And it comes pre-installed in the correct location. That's convenient. Okay, is that now a solid, singular solid timeline? Okay. What does that mean? Seomon's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Well, gee, game, don't go too easy on me. Some of these must not be. It's probably the father. They're very heavily foreshadowing a divorce subplot here, an affair subplot, I should say. Kindergarten teacher's testimony. Scolded him even though it's my fault Seowon's disappeared. Is this Grandma? Does it look like Grandma? Might not be Grandma. Come on, we gotta put some pieces together here. We know you're at least. Why are you so difficult? Someone's father, alright. Heartless that man. That sounds like Grandma speaking. But evidently not. There we go, that's something at least. Alright, now the bones are beginning to knit. Just in case. That appears to be all we have to work with. Senior Inspector Joan. Got routed from the school board. 2 days later, she calls. For some reason, this didn't go earlier. Conducted Sione's father. I have. Has Sione wandered off alone before? Did you last see her? Exactly 3:33. How do you remember? Are you serious? These don't go together. I feel like I am losing my mind. That is the most obvious thing in this game. Disappeared I just don't get it. I'm gonna see one's name. You probably go up at the top. One of these. I need to report this to the authorities, or we don't know what it is. Alright, that's something. Then we can open it up again immediately. She was with us exactly 108 days. It's the time CL1 lived and breathed with us. If only. When they could have held her at least once, kissed those little cheeks. At least if only I had been able to hear her cry. And maybe I would have been able to accept it. CL1's mother still had milk for a baby who was gone. The crib was still so warm and it never seemed to get any colder. So how could I possibly file the report? Back, it was her name was the problem. It's my fault for coming up with that name. They marched forward straight past us like a gust of wind. She slipped through her fingers, attached to nothing in the world at all. Daisuke died. Can't change that one over. Daisuke died. Exactly 108 days. Do some quick maths and see if that gets us anywhere. So if she died on 2/5, I guess. Get this back to 0 or anything else. 0. Is that I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume that's January, not January much, May 2nd, not January 5th. August the 18th? starting point here. Yep. Daisuke died. His width is exactly 108 days. I mean, I still don't have any memory of figuring out the day she died in the first place. I mean, we know the day she went missing, but that is not the same thing as we have established. So now we get to play this game again. Woohoo! We're all having so much fun, aren't we? Like, there was specific... Well, no, there wasn't specifically one that said when is Seolon's birthday. Which feels like what we would need to know what they're saying, if that's what this is implying. Which is, you know, kind of important. Fuck it, I'll give myself carpal tunnel for this. I'm incredibly bitter. And stubborn, but mostly bitter. I'll get there eventually, and when I do, I guarantee you we will feel absolutely no sense of accomplishment. Fucking turnover. Goddamn mouse button. We figured them out decades ago. Don't waste my time any more than you already are. While we make our way through this, I'm not entirely clear what's going on here. Because we do in fact have witness... Well, no, we don't. We have witness testimony that her brother exists, but the only people who've claimed that she's real is... Well, her mother, who, and I guess her grandma, but you know. I'm here. Can I seriously not change this? Every time the camera goes swinging around like this, I think we're about to get a connection. And then I feel lied to. What are you doing over there? Anyway, as I was saying... I mean, the extremely obvious implication of that... this sentence up here... but I still feel like I should be able to change the speaker on, because this does not make any sense. Is that Seonwoo died, like, in infancy, and her dear mother just went insane and just hallucinated that she was alive the past 7 years, and... But of course, if she wasn't there to begin with, then the fact that she wasn't there to begin with wouldn't really be a problem, so... Why the fake kidnapping? Also, Jesus Christ, my throat. It is in so much pain you would not understand. That help? Not really. But I'm used to things not helping. Come on. There we go. Where did we get that number from? I don't fucking know. Do anything for it. There we go. Open that up. Let's turn yourself in. Mr. Kim Gun-seok, even the victim's family hasn't reported you. This isn't just about taking the ball from Miss Song Min-young, is it? I heard you reported Seol-won missing. When Min-young's mother told me, I was worried for Min-young, but at the same time I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. Okay. We should have gotten back when we began to think Seol-won was alive but missing. No, as soon as Seol-won passed away, Min-young was finally discharged from the hospital on Seol-won's birthday. We went to visit her grave together, and as she ran her hand over the grave, her eyes were empty. There was no hope. Min-young is still chained to that day, circling round and round that moment forever. I started to think she'd given up completely. She was utterly spent. No drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt she would ever recover. I think that's why I was relieved to hear that she set out to find Seol-won. At least now she had something to live for. And that's why she reported Seol-won missing. I'm sure Seol-won was better missing and alive than dead. As the missing persons report, that would anchor her to this world, just like I hoped with her birth certificate grasping for a lifeline. Let her live forever somewhere far away. So does Seol-won's father even exist as like a person? It's starting to look like the answer is no. Start getting our timelines in order. the way back to the bottom, or... Someone is dead, she's been dead all this time. I don't really think that's accurate, but I just want to get it out of my way. Dead, she's been dead all this time. The case is basically solved, but for some reason we still gotta keep on chipping away at all this. Go away. You are the divorcee. The divorcee horsey. You might be her actual father. Or you might not. Who even knows here? Yep, that's you. That's what you sound like. You finally have a name, that's something. You are not the one who wanted this case to remain unsolved. Keep putting the shit together. It'll all make sense in the end, probably. Maybe, but probably not. Guillotine. Siomon is super dead, yo. Everything is going as smoothly as it could. Truth that she's dead, Siomon is dead and has been all this time. Something goes in between there. I feel like there was a clue in that whole wall of text somewhere, but I genuinely think this is more time efficient. You know exactly what I was trying to do, game. I mean, you don't, because you're a stupid series of ones and zeros that doesn't know anything, including the things we think you do know. You are literally just a series of interlocking algorithms. But you know what? Because I don't, I'm just kind of making sounds with my mouth. The game lets us continue. Which will hopefully be within my lifetime. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You're able to get into a bit of a rhythm. It's not super terrible in the grand scheme of things. It really plays nice with the lo-fi beat in the background, actually. Chill lo-fi save cracking noises to study and relax to. God damn it, get over. There we go. That shit up. Now I just need to find one of these that hasn't been set off yet. You are useless to me. I feel like I've broken the game, kind of. Like, more than a little. Here we go. That's not a correct answer. Maybe one of you is going to go in here. And Seobon was taken because she was a mistake for Miss Song Min-young's late daughter. I asked Min-young what happened. She said she heard someone call Seobon's name and finally found her, after going from one playground to the next. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her to wait. Wait right here, Seobon. She didn't tell me anything else, but I can guess what happened. Min-young must have gone and brought her back, like a mother picking up a child who's gone out to play. The girl was so sweet, too, calling my daughter Auntie. Sorry, Detective, I really am. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it. Not till you paid that visit. After you dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking, and I found myself dialing a number. Calling Seowon's father. I told her that Min-young seemed to have brought home a stranger's child and pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. I would cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Min-young. No, she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. Though he's done nothing wrong, I thought we should act as if... Oh, no, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna sync up with anybody. Alright, so that explains it. There is a real Seowon. She's just not the missing person we're all looking for. Where? The answer now, yes indeedles. Bloop. Now we can finally fucking do something with that playground. Assuming we can find it. What are our options? Death, birthday, caregiver birth. Name, playground, school. Hospital. Name, playground. Won't tell you anything. There we go. I know it looks like we're making progress, but it's also really cluttering our whole board. Once you got the notice saying Sion was due to start elementary school, it pushed her completely over the edge. Got the notice from City Hall last December. Check most of Min Young's mail before she does. We have no idea what might set her off. Notice about Sion starting school. My heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that they'd never reported her death. It wasn't the documents. Sion's name printed clear. I can only imagine how it would make Min Young feel. No, I'm sorry. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. It's not so brightly. Shots, picking up school supplies. Right, we're putting some pieces together at least. There's only one left. What is it? We may never know. True nature is shrouded in darkness. So Myoho and City Hall. Pieces, but they are all, I can't think of any more connected memories, so we've just got a few dangling participles hanging around. That's great. That's good game design right there. But you're not being contrite, you're light. Fuck, we got another one? Alright, hopefully we can, get some new pieces here now that I don't know. Kind of looked over here in a dog's age. Mainly because there is nothing else to work with. I'm pretty sure I've made... Nope. Still one more up here. Boop. Certificate of familial relations. Choi Dong-yeon, date of birth September 15th, 1972. Spouse Seo Wong-yeon. Married March 5th, 2000. Choi Myung-hyo and Seo-won. Guessing those are the orders we looked them up in, not the, Right, Seo-won's mother's birthday. Seo-won-young. 12/25. Good old Christmas Day. Easy money. Caregiver Death Hospital, my favorite metal album. She was with Seo-won. Hold on, now that we know. School's only a month away, there's so much to buy. What did I do with the hospital now? There we go. How old was Seo-won when Miss Shin Hye-jong first came to take care of her? First met Hye-jong when Seo-won was 4, that was a few years ago. When my wife died of illness, I was despondent, I didn't know how I'd raise the kids. Hye-jong was there to support us. But caregivers have nannies these days, aren't they? Hye-jong is my children's caregiver. So my wife is hospitalized, she befriended them instantly. I don't know how we could have coped without her. Seo-won even calls her mom. I think that family is she. Easy enough. Thank you for unlocking. Pretty high employee. Boop. Give a certificate of employment. Shin Hye-jong, date of birth February 6, 1976. Do-do-do-do. Signs this July 1st, 2009. Certificate issued February 4th. Duty on a support center. Hopefully that will be our last. Hye-jong's birthday. 2/6. Thank you. Now what else are we gonna look for? You're in here somewhere, I'm sure. There's only so many pieces left on the board, they'll slot together easy enough. Bloop. Science is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myung-hyo refused to give in, so I investigated everyone I could. Residents, passerbys, local businesses, everyone. What do you mean everyone? There's a little indent in the wall behind the flower beds. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around. Nice for the children playing there. It's where you were hiding, wasn't it? Watch over them from afar. But I went to the playground. I would hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Young Ho would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Seo-won calls me Mommy. So it didn't hurt if Myung Ho hated me. I can only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Myung Ho told me to stay away from him. So I just wandered around for what seemed like forever and found that spot. Myung Ho. I know he must hate the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother. Still, I promised Won Young that I would take care of them both. Now look what's happened. I looked away for a second. Oh, there's the vet. Alright, doesn't really look like there's anything left to do but start putting the pieces in order. Kejong on the afternoon of the 3rd. This would be you. Employees complain if we check in too often. Is it? Because you were saying that you were on the phone with someone on February. Afternoon of the 3rd. Could have been one of you. I just put that. You know, it'd be really great if this game could, Kyeong has to take the kids on her own. Alright, thank you for resolving that. I feel like I've basically got the case down at this point. At this point, it's just a, Them Seo-won couldn't attend pre-attendance day for personal reasons. Perfect care of my granddaughter. Get over there. Well, the pieces are coming together very slowly and tediously, but they are. Caregiver certificate of employment. Bloop. Oh, we're getting there eventually. This is a single... No idea they'd never posted their path. I'm not seeing here. Those are all locked in together, should be fine. Mobilize the force. Now you're doing everything you can. You didn't report her missing in the first place. That explains why that wasn't going together. I think. You were the one who was with them at the time. It with you calling into Lane about wheelchair, so you can't really go around. Working with Peach. Alright, now will you go together? Please. Please. Thank God. Open up. Kidnapping a name. First, I want to try to get all these pieces together, because it's, not a good look that they've been just kind of dangling like that all this time. And also because I kind of really do not want to go scrolling down here looking for unspent hashtags again. Though I did used to play double bass for unspent hashtags. You're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Who was around when Seal 1 was taken? What was she wearing? Which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gun-seok, the confession that you're the kidnapper, it could take away Ms. Sung Min-young's chance to repent and seek forgiveness for herself. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. So does everything. Consider how she might feel having just reported her own daughter to protect you. Treated in custody. Where did it all go wrong? Now do you understand why Kim Seol-won is still missing to this day? Yes, I do. I do quite well. It's because she died in crib. I got that like 5 contradictions ago. Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. Do you understand why Seol-won's case was never solved after all this time? Thank you, dearie. I'm old, so I forgot. For telling me that she came home safely. That I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you. Truly. Remember how surprised I was when I first saw the case? Everyone involved was lying, for one reason or another. I mean, I don't know, the guy from City Hall seemed to be doing pretty alright for himself. Whether it was to protect a loved one, or to keep a promise to someone important. What about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them? Actually, yes. For your sake. Need 2 keys. The Cold Case team doesn't usually take on cases like Seal One's. The police get more than 20,000 missing children reports every year. The Cold Case team just doesn't have the capacity. One quiet disappearance in a sea of violent unsolved cases. No one would have spared the case a second thought. But I couldn't tear my eyes away. Not when I saw that name. What? Her name was Kim Seo-won. That's Seo for rhinoceros, and Won for origin. Just like me. We're the same age, too. Wait. You can't mean... Ma'am, look at my badge. It's me. Choi Seo-won. The missing girl you found. Bum, bum, bum. It's me, Choi Seo-won. Please don't cry, ma'am. Are you really her? Are you really Seo-won? I'm so sorry. I failed you. I failed you completely. Don't say that, ma'am. I'll always be grateful to you. I don't deserve your gratitude. I never found you. That is only technically true. The best kind of true. You remember what Kim Seo-won's grandmother said, right? Here, I even have a copy of her testimony. Senior Inspector Jung Gyeong's visit was the reason I was sent back home. But I was only following protocol. Just doing my job, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm an adult now. I know what work is like. No one followed that protocol back in the day, and they still don't. But you were different. You were an obnoxious little busybody. You carried out your duties to the letter, even though you could have slacked off and been perfectly covered by paperwork from City Hall. That's the reason I made it back home. After all these years, I tracked down all the people involved in the case one by one. I spoke with Kim Seo-won's family, my father, my brother, and my dear mother, Hyejong. Everyone asked me to pass on their thanks to you. This isn't my first time visiting you, you know. You're very sick. Miss, I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so many people in my career. My body count is in the hundreds. You might thank me, but I still... Alright then, let's do this. We'll set aside time for you later. Some time to look back and blame yourself and feel guilty over whatever it is you feel guilty about. But right now we're racing against the clock. Took longer than I expected to piece your memories back together. This isn't our first conversation, is it? then you know that my mind is being constantly bleached. What could possibly be more important? That's exactly the reason I need your help, before those memories disappear again. Remember Song Min-young? The woman who took me away and reported her daughter missing? She was sentenced to 1 year of treatment in institutional custody, wasn't she? Yes, the sentence ended ages ago, but she's still in custody. But how? Once you're institutionalized, you can't be discharged without special approval. And Song Min-young hasn't been granted a single psychiatrist's evaluation. Don't you think she needs our help? Tell me, Mish. Does that mean you've forgiven Song Min-young? This isn't about forgiveness, ma'am. It's abundantly clear, even from a purely bureaucratic perspective, that we need to do something. Man, that's how you know it's serious. Seomon's case is still marked as open, and... hashtag, no case should remain unsolved. Bloop. So in the end, all we really needed to do was get a bit of paperwork filed. Cool. Wait, what about that other key I needed? What was the deal with that? Do I need that for something? Do I gotta go back and play again? I don't really want to. That was really tedious. Like, it all came together, kind of, but, holy shit, we've been here for 3 hours. A game that's basically just a jigsaw puzzle. Aw, thank you. I don't take back anything I just said, though. Aw, thank you. Nope, still holding it. Well, I guess that's the game. Is there a true ending if you stick with it? It's entirely possible. But I do not feel like going to find out right now. If there is, I'll, like, look it up on YouTube or something. Appreciate what you were going for there, but that was a bit wackily paced. Anyway, you can probably hear me losing my voice, so I'm just gonna take this opportunity to leave. Good night, everybody.